And welcome back to the Influence Club. And I'm Michael, and you're listening to us on Depictions.media radio. And I'm here today with Alexandra of Lifemark Residences, and she's got a really cool concept for residence for our aging citizens, those who are aging in our society. And it's a smaller concept, and we're actually broadcasting from inside of one of the residences. So here's Alexandra to tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on the show. Super pumped to be here. And that's right, I did say pumped. One of my favorite words. I'm all about the fun factor. So Lifemark Residences is boutique residence living for seniors that's easy to embrace. Our project was really inspired by my grandfather's experience. I think back to when I saw him transitioning through one of the hardest times in his life, and that was just after, my grandmother had passed and he was moving to a large-scale retirement community. And anytime we went to visit him, I could just sense his overall disconnect and loneliness. There would be dinners being served downstairs in the large open dining area. And instead of joining the other residents, he would often decide to just stay up in his room, have a bologna sandwich, and watch The Price is Right. And that level of, the choice he made to be isolated was one he made willingly, because he just found it so socially overwhelming to walk into that dining room to say, hey, can I sit with you and share a meal? And he was really, really sad to see, and his needs had evolved eventually outside of the assisted living residence that he was living in, and eventually he wound up in the hospital across the street from my high school. And that last year was one of the best years of my life, because before he passed, I got to visit him daily, 5 days a week, because my high school was across the street from the hospital where he was being cared for. And I just got to love on him basically in the way that I'd always wanted to, and it was really one of the aha moments for me where I realized that I really enjoy being with people when they're going through something tough and they're feeling isolated and lonely, because I just like to be that ray of sunshine that gets to shine on them and love them for where they're at. And he allowed me to do that, and that was really special. So fast forward to my husband and I, we got into some real estate investing a number of years ago and had done a couple of deals to date, and they were successful, but it just, left me feeling kind of empty. It didn't really make my heart tick, and we kind of got started talking about how we could merge our real estate investing background with providing something that really made our hearts feel awesome. And my dad got sick at the time, and it generated a bunch of family dialogue, and just kind of realized that what my dad wanted long-term for his life, I should say, and my mom as well, didn't really exist. So we came up with creating this new style of assisted living for seniors, which is boutique residence living. And it's intimate, it's engaging, and it's a fun environment. And it really just ensures that more friendships and companionships can thrive. And I have my grandpa, Ken, to thank for really, sharing that part of his life with me that could inspire us to change other people's lives at this stage in their life. So yeah, it's been really an awesome journey.
Yeah. Now, one of the really interesting parts of this is you guys have a duplex here, and we're actually sitting at the dining room table for one half of the duplex, and it is a family dining table. It isn't like this huge dining hall that people have to go to, like you said, is like in a dining hall situation, somebody's got to muster up the guts to go say, hey, can I sit next to you?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. That's the piece. Think back to your high school years. What was it like walking into the cafeteria and going, oh, shit, where am I going to sit? There's Rhonda. She's not always the nicest. And that guy over there tends to he makes me nervous, or, and you can all of a sudden have this inner sense of social angst about where you're going to sit. And when you're in your golden years, the last thing you want to worry about is that kind of stuff. You want it to be an easy, seamless process. Here's the table. Everybody's having their meal. I'm going to sit at it. I'm going to enjoy this meal. I'm not going to feel overwhelmed because there's only, 4 to 5 other people sitting beside me. And I've gotten to know them because we're living in this family-oriented space where the party really is in the kitchen, right? You have a small group of people hanging around the kitchen island, eating throughout the day, having snacks, and it really creates that vibe of a small kind of intimate party atmosphere, but for mature adults. Yeah. And that's really what I pride myself on, is that fun party atmosphere that all of us should be enjoying regardless of your age. And that's something that we can achieve in this smaller, intimate space.
No, what I did notice is, of course, for accessibility sakes, you have chair lifts and things like that for safety. And you also said that you have a chef. So you're offering all of like the safety of the big complexes, but you're keeping it small and intimate. So how's that working out though?
It's been great. I really think that that's like our unicorn piece, right? It's a rarity because you do have the security and the support of, mobility within a residential offering, right? You have this commercial chairlift that will guarantee you a ride up and down safely as you need throughout your day. You have these commercially installed grab bars, that were provided to us by Owen Barkley with Access Able, excellent guy who knows this field and provided us such a great functioning high-end mobility-based bathroom. But all these sorts of features are within this small residence. And I mean, the chef piece is again just icing on the cake in that you get to experience essentially all-inclusive services that you'd experience when you're at a resort on vacation, but within a residential house. And it's really one of the features that I'm so excited about because we can provide this amazing cuisine. It kind of heightens that sense of extra pampering, really, and to also get to share this meal with a smaller group of people that have become your friends and have become your companions, and that you have the time to get to know them is just an amazing all-around piece that brings it all together.
Okay. Well, we're getting to the end of our segment here. So some key information. How do people find Lifemark residences? And is there like an application process they need to go through to join in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the thing that we're doing right now is we've had a lot of really great traction with people in the Lower Mainland, and that this is obviously a much needed service. The wait list for the public sector can be anywhere from 4 months to a year. And these are for the residences that everybody wants to get into. And so there are other private offerings like us that they could consider. And one of the ways they can get in touch really is just by getting in touch through phone. So our business number is 604-700-5761. Also, if they want to reach out to us, they can do so at info@lifemarkresidences.ca. And I also want to let people know that if they're not sure, they're kind of on the fence and they're kind of feeling overwhelmed at maybe approaching their mom or dad with this option or solution, let them know that, hey, mom, dad, they're doing private tours right now. We can go and have like a little like snack, enjoy a cup of coffee, get to know the residence manager who's also their licensed practical nurse. We can just have a private one-on-one consult, ask them some questions, see if they're a good fit, and just really position it like that. Because I think the biggest thing with our aging moms and dads is their hesitancy, is they think it's this finite choice, right? It's like once you start exploring or discovering what's out there, that's what's happening. It's going to happen tomorrow. No, this is a process. It's an ongoing conversation. And we're really just here to guide those that want to discover what they want long-term for their lifestyle and care wishes, and to potentially position us as that solution. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, excited to do that for people.
Okay, so give them a call or an email. And thanks for listening in. Thank you, Alexandra.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's great to talk to you.
Okay, bye for now.